Assalamualaikum, my name is Jubrina binti Chapman and I will be explaining about the background of the company. YTL Corporation Berhad was founded by Tan Sri Datuk Sri Dr. Tiong Lei and took over by his oldest son, Tan Sri Datuk Sri Dr. Francis Nyok Sok on 1988. This company based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where it is a Malaysian-based integrated infrastructure developer with international operations, investment and project. The company operates in various segments, include construction, information technology and e-commerce related business, hotel operations, cement manufacturing and trading, management services, property investment and development, and also utilities. Today, YTL Corporation is one of the largest firms in the Bursa Malaysia with a combined market capitalization of around 6,396.4 million as at 30 June 2022. Next, we move to vision and mission of YTL Corporation Berhad. Vision for this company is to ensure in the belief of building the right thing that are able to build life-changing infrastructure that can inspire people and nations. The comment for vision statement of YTL Corporation Berhad is it is considered quite good because it clearly states about the types of businesses that the company engage. However, the statement is long. For mission statement, the YTL ethos is about building the right thing. YTL mission is to turn the right opportunities into the right thing and the right thing into lasting value. We rely on the core values of honesty, hard work, moral responsibility, togetherness and vitality to build value that is not simply lasting but worthy of lasting. So the comment for this mission statement in YTL Corporation Berhad, they have 5 components which are product or services, self-concept, philosophy, public image and employees. But the company lacks of 4 components which are customers, market, technology, and survival, growth and profitability.
In the framework of strategy formulation, we have IFE and EFE as its items. IFE refers to internal factor evaluation, while EFE refers to external factor evaluation. Under IFE, the key factor of strength that contributes the most into YTS performance is broad customer segments, which consists of utilities, construction, investment, and cement manufacturing, while the least contribution is coming from the key factor of being world-recognized brand. It seems that 70% of revenue do come from outside, which is total at 75 billion ringgit annually. Move on to the next section, which is under the IFE2, which is the weaknesses. The key factor of them that contribute the most into the firm's operation is an additional cost to build the new network through logistics. The data records it at 77.04% of increment comprehensively, as the least contribution made by the key factor of weakness is coming from knee-high investments upon the customer-oriented services. This is because to compete with an amount of RM 341,528,000 ringgit is spent on increasing size of competitors. Next, in the scope of EFE, the key factor of opportunity that contributes the most into a firm's performance is the new consumers from domestic collaboration and growth for the YTL Corporation in international markets, which is computed at 33%. The contrary of that, the least contribution made by the key factor of opportunity is obviously coming from low inflation rate that is believed to be bringing more stability in the market, and it does increase 3.24% the consumption of YTL products. Next, for the other section of EFE, which is the trades, the key factor of them that contributes the most into the organization's operation flows is the changing demographics, as the baby boomers are retiring about 213% and young people are less brand loyal. Then, the key factor of trade that contributes the least is the deficiencies in the number of skilled employees, proven in the actions of 216 or 1.8% of employees choose to work under Gamuda rather than YTL Corporation. For achievements, the higher the score, the better the company is in running the business as compared to the other companies of its kind of business industry. The low score will indirectly mean that the company doesn't efficiently utilize the available opportunities that they had, either for the purposes of gaining more strengths or eliminating the threats or problems. IFE metric provides higher amount of score as compared to EFE metrics for YTL company, and this actually means that the aforementioned internal factors are imposing greater impacts upon the company's performance. As for the problems, YTL currently has high amount of debt, which is total at 30.2 billion ringgit. This amount is computed after the deduction of cash as much as 12.8 billion ringgit. The original debt owned by this company is actually 43 billion ringgit in general. The second problem is the company has a high turnover of employees, which is due to several factors like a lack in flexibility and no work-life balance.
My name is Chazana binti Saleh and I will present the Chapter 3, the company strategy plan that consists of second stage of strategy formulation. The second strategy refers as the matching strategy that concentrate on developing workable alternative solution. So we are implementing the SWOT metrics and evaluation space metric. For the SWOT metric, the SO strategy is to create a wider range of facilities and services that will provide a wider customer base in other countries and expand the business under the government monitoring. The next is impose a strong emphasis upon the implementation of all the available revenue models. The third is build a strong economic relationship with experienced company to improve the quality and invent new innovation. Is the WT strategy, which is make the borrowing to take advantage on the financial security provided by Malaysia. Second is utilize the full use of government strict regulation to obstruct the interest of new business and increase the cost of rehiring new ones. The third is collaborate domestically with other entities to increase the size of market share. For the space matrix, YTL Corporation Berhad currently exists within the aggressive quadrant of the space matrix thanks to a 200% increase in return on asset, in rival market share and the entry to market. To capitalize on this advantage, YTL Corporation Berhad must take this opportunity to expand and create its product line and services globally other than the countries that they operates. Next, increase spending on international marketing and consider purchasing or starting other business ventures with the utilities industry. Meanwhile, competitor Malakov Corporation Berhad is slowly expanding its range of services while enjoying a small increase in market share. And Rahim Utilities Berhad is building revenue for expansion. Even though Malakov Corporation Berhad only operates in 4 countries, the product and services are varied and widely ranged. Same goes to Rahim Utilities. Its financial position is quite good compared to YTI Corporation Berhad that allow both companies to afford taking greater risk when ramping up their product and services widely to other businesses. YTI Corporation Berhad can expect to maintain its hold to the domestic market but spend adequately to secure international footprint. For the quantitative strategy planning, the QSPM will focus on 2 strategies coming from the combination of SWOT strategy planning and space matrix. So the first one is create a wider range of facilities and services in South America, Africa and Antarctica. So the second one is collaborate domestically with Acumen to increase market share. The 2 strategies, collaborating domestically with Acumen to increase market share achieve the higher aggregate score from the SWOT analysis, which is 4.61 compared to create a wider range of facilities and services in South America, Africa and Antarctica. That is 4.56. This strategy could pull significant revenue for YTL Corporation Berhad as they only focus more on the global market but not the domestic market. So, YTL Corporation Berhad has a variety of products and services, but compared to Ranhill Corporation Berhad that was focused more on the domestic market can gain more revenue and achievement than the YTL Corporation. So the YTI Corporation Berhad should establish the strategies of collaborate domestically with Acumen, the NGO companies that focus more on investment in long term to increase market share in domestic market.
Next is the 2 strategies for YTL Corporation Berhad that we identified based on the result of the analysis on this research. The first strategy is to create a wider range of facilities and services in South America, Africa and Antarctica. This is because this strategy has come out as YTI Corporation Berhad was a big company that established in most of the country. However, there are a few countries that YTI Corporation Berhad doesn't cover, and the 3 of them are South America, Africa, and Antarctica. YTI Corporation Berhad needs to do in-depth research to overcome the competitors from enter the country. The research and development teams of YTI Corporation Berhad should find a way to make a research on how to enter these countries and how to adapt with the culture of these countries and how this country will accept the YTI Corporation Berhad. The second strategies of YTI Corporation Berhad is collaborate domestically with Acumen to increase market share. Business acumen is the ability to understand and deal with business conditions. For the YTI Corporation Berhad, it is important to have the business acumen because it will improve the business. Other than that, business acumen isn't just about understanding business issues in general. It is also involved in understanding particular business and making decisions that create a positive impact in the YTI organization. Having business acumen will improve the business instinct. When YTI Corporation Berhad empowered to make decisions or experiment with different approach like collaboration, business acumen will allow the YTI Corporation Berhad to guide the team where they can have the most impact. It also helps them to focus on the things that matter most for the company. When the YTI Corporation Berhad business acumen is improved, everyone in the organization receive the benefit. So it's making the collaboration will be great because it have the communication, and in the business acumen, communication is crucial for the collaboration.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nura Asmaliana, and to conclude this project, I will cover on expectation of strategy. The expected outcome of YTI collaboration with those partner is to solve some of the weaknesses that exist in the company. The utility industry, especially that its time-driven may be hampered by escalating competitions and possible loss of market share. Top management must think ways to collaborate domestically on this problem to increase market share. Business acumens work in this way. Party corporations collaborative effort will keep in a dominant position in market. Party actions concentrate on collaborative efforts that are focused on generating income and develop investment, so that the business can create cutting-edge goods and services while staying current with the market trend. High operating costs are the ongoing expenditure associated with managing and manufacturing, administrations, and delivery of items. To preserve financial stability and avoid interference with other corporate operations, they must collaborate quickly to cover the cost of with their partner. Good sales, brand, advertising, marketing, technology, and overhead costs are a few examples. These are a few ideas that we recommend to YTL Corporation to do. The first one is diversification and expansions. Examines prospect for YTL called strength to be diversified and expand into new market or sectors. This can lessen the hazards brought on by leaning too heavily on one particular business segment. The second one is innovation and technology. Adapt new idea and use technology to boost productivity, enhance consumer experience. Fostering alliance or collaboration with tech-driven businesses is encouraged, as is encouraging on innovation culture within the organization. The third one is talent management. Focus on finding, nurturing, and keeping elite talents. Make investment in training and development program for employees. Foster an inclusive and supportive work atmosphere, and set up efficient performance management procedure. Next is corporate social responsibility. Integrate environmentally friendly and morally upright practice into YTL Corporation's business operation and strategy. Take into account environmental, social, and governance (ESG). Considering as you seek to strike a balance between making a profit and being a good corporate citizens. Next is risk management. Establish solid risk management procedure to recognize, evaluate, and reduce risk that could affect YTL Corporation's strategic goal. To guarantee prompt and efficient response, regularly assess and evaluate the trends. Next is performance measurement and monitoring. Create a metric and key performance indicator (KPIs) to track advancement and accomplishment of strategic initiative. Review the performance against this measure on a regular basis and make necessary modification. That's all from us.